don't disturb the presentation. And any offender that keeps unmuting themselves, I'm afraid we will have to put you into the waiting room and you'll probably miss out on something very, very important. So it's important you keep yourselves on mute, please, while the presentations is going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Pauline, for the housekeeping. Good evening once more, and welcome everyone to this edition of the Daily Briefing. We are, interestingly, I was looking at how many daily briefings we have had so far. We are just about 40 daily briefings. So it's almost 40 days that we have been going every single day of the week. And we set ourselves a target that we should get to at least 100. And then from there, we would look at the 1,000. So it's been exciting. It's been great. We've gone through so much. And the quality of registration, the quality of transactions, the quality of understanding of the platform has gone from, I could say, from 0 to 75, 80%, because we are really seeing the results of what we do here every day as evidence in the way in which people interact on the platform, which is great, and that has always been the objective. So thank you all for joining today, and for all that have been engaging with members through the day. It's been great. We come together this evening just to go again into some of the tools that we have available, so that everyone would kind of understand the powerful tools that we have at our disposal. All of these tools are available, and you can use them right now for your activities, for the activities, whether it's between yourself and another member of the community, and you can use them for your transactions and all of that. So, as always, the objectives here are mainly for us to be inclusive, to provide access, and to allow for everyone to participate in this new digital economy. I have some of the global leaders are here as well this evening. I saw Sister Lumba. I'm sure she's been kicked out. Sister Pauline is here. Dr. Linus is here. I don't know whether Brother Patrick, I've not seen him, or I can see him there. Brother Ellard is also here. So today, really, we will go back a bit on what we looked at yesterday, just to bring the numbers into perspective, so that everyone can understand what we were talking about graphically and with the images yesterday. Yeah. So we would look at on a basic scale. So if you register one person, what does that look like? If you register 6 people, what does that look like? If the 6 people go ahead to register 6 people as well each, what does that look like? And then if those other 6 people who had been registered by each of the 6 go also and register their own 6, what does that mean? Yeah. So we'll have a look at that. It's some basic calculations, and you would see how exponential it can get when you start going beyond 5 levels of registrations. And then we would look at something also which we have in the system. We have not spoken about it, but it's good for us to start bringing some of these tools to everyone's knowledge. In the old on the app that we had before, we had it as one of the icons, but we are just going to go through it again, just so that everyone should remember that the tool is still there. It's available to everyone on account. So welcome, welcome, Sister Lumba. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Brother B. Good evening, Dr. Linus, all my colleagues and everyone. Just dodged the bullet of power cuts. We had lost power in the afternoon and I thought I wouldn't make it, but thank God it's come back. I'm happy to be here.
Well,
I'm also happy to see that I'm also happy to see that people are following the instructions. I'm seeing qualitative improvement in the KYC submissions for AKL transfers. So I think people are getting the message finally on how to do their KYCs properly. Thank you.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, you dodged the bullet. We are still in the eye of the barrel. I'm not sure when I'm getting off. You know, over the last day and a half. Over the last day and a half in South Africa, we've been moved up to stage 6. And stage 6 means that you lose power between 4 to 6 hours, 3 to 4 times a day. So, and then you have just about 2 hours in between. So it's been crazy in South Africa over the last 2 days. So as we sit here, I'm just looking at the time and hoping that I'm a beneficiary of some of the interactions this evening before we lose power. So let's keep going. Good evening, Brother Elad.
Greetings, Brother B. Greetings, Dr. Linus, once again. Greetings, Sister Lumba, Brother Patrick, Sister Pauline, and greetings, the greatest and essential component of the work that we gather here to do every day, who are all members who are present here, who equally have a duty to ensure that those who are not present with us are educated on what we share and also are guided accordingly so that we achieve the same goal of ensuring that our communities are registered, our communities are established in understanding our purpose and the reason for being, which is basically to drive financial inclusion and emancipate ourselves to be able to participate in what I deem a real economy, because what we have been subjected to is a fictitious economy, which is not real. The real economy is when the 1.4 billion people on continental Africa and beyond, and beyond, they also come on board and participate in managing their resources, beneficiating their resources, owning their resources, and are able to trade amongst ourselves without any hurdles, without any barriers, using our own currency, which is an instrument that has been made available unto us through the Swift platform, which is the Lumi. And if that is achieved, and we can achieve that, we all go to rest, knowing that we have achieved, we have run a race that is worthy of honor, a race that cannot be equated to any, and we'll honestly go to rest knowing that we achieve something that can transcend beyond generations and transform the continent of Africa and the global economy. I thank you. I yield the floor to you, Brother B.
Thank you so much, Brother Elat, for that submission. Thank you so much. Good evening, Brother Patrick.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Good evening to our leaders, Dr. Linus, Brother Elad. It's good to have you. A soldier in the army, out in the field. Our dear sisters, Sister Pauline, Sister Lumba, always on the post of duty. I think I should also mention Sister Audrey Grant, all the way in Jamaica, one of our support team members, always faithful and always present. I don't know if I may have missed any of the support members, but it's always good to be here where we learn from one another, where we encourage one another in this vision, the All Africa vision of financial inclusion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Brother Patrick. Good evening, Sister Pauline, and good evening, Sister Audrey. Always good to see you as well.
Thank you. Good evening, Brother Bumba.
Greetings, Brother Ambi, Brother Dr. Linus, my counterparts, you know who you are, and our international, and that makes me feel so good, international family. Welcome to another briefing. I know we're all going to leave here being edified and stronger than when we came on. So I just want to say I feel privileged to be here amongst you all, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sister Pauline, and thank you for always doing the housekeeping and making sure that we are all in the straight and narrow. Thank you so much. You know, you would not miss a finance person when it comes to keeping things in order and making sure that everything is in order. So thank you so much, Sister Pauline.
No, thank you. It's my
Welcome,
privilege.
Dr. Linus. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
As you come in, I would like us maybe just to get into it, and let's talk first of all about the presentation yesterday. What a presentation! What a clarification in terms of the exponential level of contribution that each of us has as we register members in our communities. Just from going from one person to the next, having even just 5 people around you or 6 people around you, the effect of that, how it cascades is a marvel.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much, Brother Mbi. And thanks for all the opening remarks already from all our members. It's always very exciting to be here. I mean, nothing else is so rewarding as being part of a journey that can transcend your time. Brother Elad echoed those words that, we would look back and even in our graves be thinking that we have been part of something that can carry on for generations. It's about laying that foundation stone. And it is actually quite a remarkable achievement from all of us in terms of the collaborative nature of this engagement. And that's why it's everybody's, it's a great deal for everybody. And the idea is to create an ecosystem that would reward you through participation, because we are talking about inclusive access, use of a common instrument of exchanging value in order to empower people to be part of the real economy. And that starts here. That's why we designed one of the best reward engines to actually compensate community members on a daily basis in terms of the general activity that is going on. And if you think you've seen a lot coming in, just be patient. Just wait and see. As the numbers balloon, the transactions that are going to be coming in are going to be phenomenal over time. So what I'm going to do is I know I presented this yesterday, and it went over even my own head, as you probably saw me struggling to go through those various combinations or permutations or possibilities. What I managed to do after the meeting is just collate just a few of the diagrams to really drive home the point. And I'm going to open that now. And I've done, if you can see from, I don't think you see my screen. Let me share my screen. going to share my entire screen. And I want to go into this part. I've just done four. I've done four scenarios, and for each of the scenarios, I've tried to keep it really simple. And so if one person, i.e. a member, registers one person, and that person goes on to register one person, that person goes on to register one person, that person goes on to register one person, and that person goes on to register just one person. Of course, this is a base case scenario, which is so simple and easy to understand. Okay, for the person you registered, you will get T1C commission. And for the person that person registered, you get T2. From this person that is registered by that person, you get T3, and you get T4, and you get T5. That's how your T1, T2, T3, T4, and T5 commissions are paid. Another way to look at it is T1, so that person is one person away from you, okay? T2, that person is two persons removed from you. T3 is three persons removed from you. T4, four persons removed from you. And T5, five persons away from you. And the only person you ever had to register was the person that you have a direct connection with. And that the person that gives you T1 commission. Now, this is a base case, but what does it look like if you register not just one person, but you register two people? Now, how many payments of T2 can you expect? T3, T4, and T5. It's actually quite amazing, but let's look at the figure again, which I presented yesterday. So this is a base case where now you have the person that has registered two people, one person, so they get T1, and another person, so they get T1 commission. And so what it means is that when you register two people, you get two T1 commissions. And then each person registers, each of the persons you register goes and registers two people. So from each of the persons you register, you get two T2 commissions, and therefore in total, you will get four T2 commissions. That is actually 2 raised to the power 2. And T3, you can see the multiplication effect. Okay, so now for T3, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 T3 commissions, and that is like 2. So that was 2 raised to the power 1, that's 2 raised to the power 2, that's 2 raised to the power 3. Because here you're getting 4 T3s, but you're also going to get 4 T3s from the other person that you registered. And if you then just take a look at the whole picture, you see the number of T5 commissions you're going to get. I'm just going to scroll down to see that. And it carries on like that. The reason this chain continues is because now, if you are looking at this person here that you registered, they have their own tree. And their own tree extends up to T5. And that person's tree extends up to T5. And it just goes on and on. The only thing is that for this particular member here, their payments will stop 5 persons removed away from them. Now, take a look at this. This is, remember, we went from here, which is just a flat line. You are one person, you register one person, that registers one person, that registers one person. This is your payment profile. Now, when you switch to just registering 2 people, who each go and register 2 people, that is the profile. You look at the multiplier, it's suddenly quite a large number of transactions. And then look at the scenario where you have 3. Now, with 3, we are saying that you have this particular person registers 3 people. One person where they earn T1 commission, another person where they earn T1 commission, and another person from whom they earn T1 commission. And each of those 3 people subsequently go on to register 3 people. 1, 2, 3. And for each of them, they're doing the same. That person goes on to register 1, 2, 3. Now, take a look at the ultimate number of T5 transactions that you will get, T4 or T5. I'm just going to scroll down the screen and you can see the map yourself. That payment stream goes on, and we are talking a tree of 3 people. Now, move that to 4, and even the computer will probably start struggling to map all the possibilities. Okay, and I've just limited it to 4. I haven't gone beyond that. And for 4, you can scroll to see what the possibilities are. So you see the multiplier effect is actually quite immense. Anyway, it turns out there is a mathematical way to calculate this without drawing these trees. But I can keep scrolling. So everything you see in red, which we have scrolled through right already, is from one person. And then when we scroll through the orange one, that is from the next person, as you can see. And then hopefully it might give us a different color when we get to yet another person. And you can see it's still going. Okay, so that's a different color, and that's a third person. And then there is an even 4th person, which is the deeper green, which you see here. So if you scroll down, you will see that. So let's keep scrolling faster so that you can actually see. Now, that's the green. That is the 4th person. And you can see the T5 transactions from the 4th person who goes on to also register 4 people, right? And that's why you're getting streams and streams of T5 payments. They're coming in like a stream, and that will continue to be the case, okay? But so I haven't even tried looking at the possibility with 5, because you can imagine how long it might be and so forth. But there is a formula that you can actually apply to get a sense of what that is. And I've got it here. For those who are interested, I'm a big fan of mathematics, a complete big fan. I always try to derive things from first principles. And when I in the days when I used to teach in the university, I started teaching at one of the top universities in London when I was 27 years old. I wrote a book, which ended up, some of the formulae that were derived in that book ended up into setting standards on how offshore installations should be operated in the United Kingdom, for example. That book is available online. It retails for about £200 per copy or something like that. It's not your usual thing that you go and read at bedtime, but it's used by professionals all over the world. It's very expensive. It's about £200 per copy. So anyway, so I like this kind of thing. I like coming up with things from first principle. So if you have a scenario where you have, this is a commission model. TC here is just a total commission. So you're expecting T1 from one member, T2 from member that goes on to be registered. And so the generic formulation is that the total commission will be T1 commission times the number of persons in the chain raised to the power 1. T2, number of persons in the chain raised to the power 2. T3, the number of people in the chain raised to the power 3. And it just carries on like that. So if we wanted to pay this commission all the way to T6, T7, T8, T9, then the series is very much established. It's very rhythmic, and that is a series. And so the total commission you're going to get is essentially the total of T1, T2, T3, and T4. And so what you need to worry about is, how can I estimate the number of T1s and the number of T2s and the number of T3s, even without logging into your account and looking at the actual payments, to set your own targets. Now, if you have 2 people, then it begins to get interesting, as you saw yourself. So with 2 people in the tree, and I call this a member tree, the total commission for T1 will be 2 raised to the power 1, because that person is 1 step removed from you, or 1 person removed from you. The T2 commission is 2 persons removed from you, so that is 2 raised to the power 2, and then 3 raised to the power, 2 raised to the power 3, 2 raised to the power 4, 2 raised to the power 5. And that gives you, in the sense that when you register 2 people, you will get 2 times the T1 payment. You get 4 times the T2, 8 times T3, 16 times T4, and 32 times T5. Okay, so if you know what T1, T2, and T3, and T4, and T5 are, you can just simply multiply these by these factors, and then you can work out what the total commission is at any one particular time. But take a look and see what happens when you have 3 people in the chain, in the member tree. I call it member tree. So the total commission here will be, of course, it's going to be 3 times T1, because you're getting T1 from each of the persons you register, 9 times T2, 27 times T3, 81 times T4, and 243 times T5. Now, the general formula is therefore this. That is a generic formula that can allow you to actually derive the number of payments you can expect depending on the number of people in the tree. Simple. So if you take the example of 100 people, then that will be your total payment profile. So it'll be T1, 100 times, T2, 100 to the power 2, T3, 100 to the power 3, T4, 100 to the power 4, T5, 100 to the power 5. And you just add them all up. So what does that mean? I've just taken actual examples with some numbers, and I've just done 2. The first one, let's start with the 5-member profile before we look at that one with very big numbers. So for the 5-member tree, then of course you get 5 times T1, 25 times T2, 125 times T3, 625 times T4, and 3,123 times T5. And many people will confess that they are receiving thousands of T5 payments, thousands of T4 payments. Now, this is just for a member that went on to register 5 people and create a 5-member tree, where each person in the chain registers 5 more people. Now, there are some people who have more than 1,000 people in their membership profile. Now, but take a look at what happens if you have a 100-member tree, where for each of the 100 members at each stage, they go on to register 100 more people. And you can then start looking at different combinations of this, right? But this is a really simple baseline case. And so you will get 100 times T1 payments, 10,000 times T2 payments, 1 million T3 payments, 100 million T4 payments, and 10 billion T5 payments. Okay. Now, this is yours to keep as long as we get the Lumi working. And just imagine a time when the Lumi now gets adopted and it's used in all the countries to power trade and transactions between different people. And you have created your own tree that has literally thousands of people in that tree. That's why it's so important to be there at the beginning. Don't wait till the very end. And remember, this is all free. Okay, this is all free. Nobody's asking you to pay any money in order to attain this. No, just your effort that you need to put in to go and onboard and register people under you and educate them and train them so that they can go on and register other people. That's how you create a phenomenal tree, membership tree, which will stand till the end of time to generate these phenomenal benefits for you. We are not just talking about inclusion for the sake of it. We are talking inclusion where people can then begin to participate. Now, I'm going to talk about something else, which Brother B didn't give me permission to talk about, but I'm going to digress a little bit. Now, generally, if you wanted to invest in a company, then we could say that, well, you know, Swift is worth X millions or X billions. And therefore, if you want to have a share in the company, then you could pay X amount of money to acquire X number of shares. But that in itself doesn't guarantee you any income at all, because as many of you would know, income from owning the company gets distributed when the company has made profit and they want to distribute the profit. But at a time when it is being financed in order to drive adoption and to create the kind of opportunity that we all are seeking, that is not necessarily the best way to go to ask people to pay money to acquire shares so that they can benefit, particularly if you're doing it in a community where the vast majority of people have been excluded for so long and they may not have the resources to participate. Then you are just multiplying that exclusion effect even more. And so for us, that was not an option. But the alternative was that if you are a member and you are actively involved in bringing on board other people, then you should get rewarded immensely on your Lumi forever. Whether the company is being financed to cover existing costs through other means, that should not be your concern. Your concern should be, I've onboarded somebody, I should receive my Lumi commission, and it should be paid to me. And I should keep that for as long as I live, and I should be able to pass that on to my children for as long as they live, and they should be able to pass it on to their own children, because it's yours. It's yours. You have earned it, and it's yours. That's why we're saying this is perhaps one of the most inclusive movements. Now, many people, and I have to say that we have not presented this in this fashion before, but what you see here is just the reality, and the testimony is in your own accounts, your own individual accounts. And we have established the engine to actually get this done and get it done to such high precision that every transaction that warrants a distribution receives a distribution, and that is all happening in real time. One day, we will go through a transaction chain, and we will click through the chain, and you will see exactly what is happening, how these T1, T2, and T3 distributions are being made on every transaction. It is phenomenal. I mean, we were very pleased that we were able to come up with it, but we worked on this for a long time. I mean, I remember Brother B, myself, and Brother Sevius, we would lock our heads in, and we would say, okay, fine, this is how it's supposed to work. Brother Sevius would come back, no, I haven't got this distribution, what is happening here? We would study it again, we'll have a look and say, okay, fine. Is everything being paid out the way it should get paid out? It took months for us to finally nail this and get it to the point where it really is, to the point where it's now serving the community in a really very simple but sophisticated way. It's just sitting in the background doing its thing, and it's working. It's working day and night, 24/7. It's doing its thing. And members of this community will testify that they are receiving their distributions. So the point or the moral of this is that whereas we can all sit back and wait for the 6.26 Lumi to come our way, that's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it. The way to do it is to participate and make sure that you have active people registered who can go on to onboard other people in order to create a revenue tree for you. And that tree, as I said, is your tree. So the one person that you register is like planting a seed. That's your seed. And so if you plant one mango seed, you get one mango tree. If you plant 2 mango seeds and you water them very well, you get 2 mango trees, and so forth. If you plant 100 mango trees, well, you'd have a farm of mangoes, and you'd have a great bumper harvest every time. Okay, so that's the same concept, same idea, in a very simple format that actually works. I'm going to stop there and take some questions, Brother B, if that's all right. And then I'm going to touch on the invoice payment piece that we have on account. That's what we agreed we'll talk about today. Brother B, should I stop here, or should I go straight to do the invoice payment piece? So we take some questions and then I look at the invoice payment piece. How do you want to do it?
I think Brother Ambi's activity.
His power is probably gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Sister Pauline.
Right.
How do we
First
do
thing
that?
I would like to say, please, the person who's got the numbers 55724515, can you please rename yourself? Please rename yourself if you're not too sure how to do it. If you can put it in the chat and we'll do it for you. So we may put you in the waiting room. 55724515. Can you please rename yourself? Okay, I'll give you an opportunity to do that. The first question is coming from Abadakar Ahmed. Please unmute yourself and come in.
Abubakar Ahmed. Abubakar
Thank
Ahmed.
you. Thank you. Abubakar.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I
Good
pronounced your
evening,
name.
everyone.
Good evening. I pronounced your name incorrectly. I've just been corrected. I do
All right,
apologize.
no problem.
Please go ahead,
Thank
sir.
you.
If you could be brief with your
Please,
question, that'd be
please,
lovely.
my question today are two questions, please.
Okay.
So I register in one woman today, and I register connect, sweeping, and the transact, but the sweeping ID was not given to her. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
So I registered one woman today for the sweeping account, please. So
Okay.
so she checked her email, the sweeping ID was not given to her. So I searched to see the sweeping ID for register for me to register her account for the transact. So I didn't see the sweeping ID for her. The sweeping
Okay.
ID for her was not provided.
Okay. What happens when you register on account is that an email gets sent, and only after you click the email and activate the email address to say it's a genuine email address, that's when the Swift ID gets generated. That's when it gets sent to you by email or gets displayed on the screen. So she needs to click on the activation email link in order to have the Swift ID sent to her or displayed on the screen. That's a mandatory process on account.
So when she clicked the link was sent to her. When she clicked the link, showed the link took her directly to the where the accounts are managed, to the menu. I mean,
to connect.
Yeah, to connect
directly. It will take you to connect.
So she didn't know how to log in since she has no sweeping account, sweeping ID.
She has no connect ID. Okay, okay. What I can suggest is there are two ways. One is if you can copy the link, then put the link itself on the browser and hit return, or try to click on it twice. When you click on it and it takes you to connect, go back to your email and click on it again.
Okay.
Okay, that's just a tip. Try that.
Okay, sir.
The only way that the ID gets generated is if the account is activated by clicking on that link.
Okay. Thank you, sir. The second question here is that, please, I agreed to buy Lumi from one member, and he agreed to sell me. So he keeps trying to send me the Lumi. So the Lumi was not and the account was not allowed him to send the Lumi to me.
Ah, right. Okay. There is something on account. On account, all transactions on account are restricted. If you want to send a payment in account, I think the system will only allow you to send 0.009 or so. But that limit can be removed once you have identified yourself, created your Transact account, provided your KYC on Transact, and linked that Swift ID to your account. At that point, that limit can be removed. Just create a ticket, and we would put your account into a different category that can allow you to make larger payments. Now,
Okay.
the reason for that is simple. It's really for the protection of everybody in the community so that nobody can actually go into somebody else's account and either transfer the Lumi off or sell the Lumi to somebody else without it having any remote possibility that the account doesn't belong to them. Okay.
Okay.
So the only way to avoid that or go through that process, create your Transact account, submit your KYC, make sure the KYC is checked and validated and that the SWIFT ID is linked to that Transact account. And then submit a ticket that you want your limit on account to be removed. And then that limit will be removed.
I have done all the process. He himself done the KYC already. So he tried to send me the Lumi. He tried to send me the Lumi in
the limit removed, right?
Okay. So what I mean, he tried to send me the Lumi in sweeping account, didn't go, and he came to Transact, and also the account was not allowed him to send the Lumi.
Okay.
He passed KYC and I passed KYC.
Yeah, the only time that Transact will not allow you to send Lumi is one, if you don't have the Lumi there, or two, you are trying to send more than what you have, or three, you haven't submitted your KYC or your KYC has been submitted but has not been approved. If it has not been approved, the chances are that you may not be able to make the transfer in Transact.
Okay. So me that I'm going to send I'm going to buy the Lumi. Can I raise my ticket for that restriction to go away from my account? What of the one that I'm going to buy Lumi from him?
Yeah, anyone can apply for the restriction to be removed from their account, but you have to, like I said, you have to complete your KYC first on Transact and then submit a ticket because that is a change to your account. And Brother Patrick explained very well on a number of occasions that if you want to request any changes on your account profile, you need to, one, make sure that your Transact account KYC is up to date and it's been approved. Then go into the ticket system, submit a ticket, and specify what you want to change. And I am confirming that you can specify, including that you want your transaction limit on account to be removed, and we will remove it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Brother Patrick, do you want to take over because you're better at pronouncing names than I am? Or Sister Lumba, please.
No, unfortunately, my audio, my connection is a bit unstable. So sometimes I can't hear clearly what's being said, but okay. I guess you can hear me.
All right, I'll continue, but if I get it wrong, yes, please correct me and
I'll
help
just
me.
be helping you here and there.
Thank you. No
we'll
problem.
be here in the background, Pauline. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Got your back.
Thank you. Thank you. Thelma King? Thelma King?
Okay, it's Theda.
Theda King. I get it right one day. One day I will get it right. With practice, I will get it right. Forgive me.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Please go ahead, ma'am. Ask a question. If you can be brief, though, that'd be appreciated. Thank you.
Sure. Just want to congratulate you all for the wonderful work that you're doing for humanity. Really appreciate it. And Dr. I think this is now Linus.
Yes.
Your presentation was very good. It opened my eyes. I was listening keenly, and really think that I should really get engaged. I haven't really started getting engaged as yet because I still have a few bumps here and there to get sorted out. I tried to create the Swiffin account. I'm already on Connect and I've done what is to be done there. But to put in the Swiffin ID and the password, I tried twice because each time the system keep going down and there's a lot of problem there. But I know you're constantly working on it, which we appreciate. So the ID says it's invalid password.
Okay, have you already used 44CC to reset your account?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you have, okay. And you were able to log in before? after doing that?
No, it still tells me invalid. I think I've tried it twice and it says invalid.
I mean, that's something that's so easy to fix. We can fix that while we're on this call. If you post your Swift ID, do you know your Swift ID?
Yeah.
Dr. Linus,
yes.
Actually, I have been in communication with her. I just saw a message right now.
Okay.
It was me who gave her the Swift ID. I'm actually on her account right now. I'm going to initiate a password reset right now, my sister.
Okay,
And
okay,
you are going,
Patrick.
yes, you need to check in your email address, the one that is on the account. You should receive an email with the someone is unmuted.
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead. I've just muted them. Thank you.
Okay. I have just initiated a password reset on your account. You check in your mailbox. There should be an email with the instructions on how you reset using a new password code provided on that email.
Okay.
Yes,
thank you very much,
just
Brother Patrick.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sis. Thank you. Pamela, can you, yeah.
Good afternoon, good evening.
You're very low.
Oh, let me see what's going on with this now. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
You're coming through, but you're very, very low. If you keep on unmuting yourself when you're not asked to, you will be removed from the room.
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead, Pamela. Sorry.
I'm trying to ask, to clarify and understand. Yesterday, it was said that someone who've got a Connect account, but they haven't got a Swiffen account, and they cannot, they're not in touch with their sponsor. Someone else could go and register them and get a one-off bonus. So I just wanted to clarify something on that, because I could cite dissatisfaction, because if the original sponsor then come forward, because for example, maybe someone, they didn't have a phone or something has happened, they change email or they change phone, and they lost touch of the person, the sponsor, what would happen then for the bonus? Because those people are supposed to be sent back to their sponsor to go to register on the Swiffen.
Okay, Dr. Linus or Brother Patrick?
Let me comment on that. I mean, at the moment, when we launched Transact, actually, we had a sign-on referral bonus, and what we noticed very quickly, I'm just giving you fact here as it is, right? What we noticed was that because there was a payment that would go to you the moment somebody signs up on the link, people were using that link to create multiple accounts for themselves. We actually noticed that. And so we took it off. And so now on Transact, there is no referral bonus, it's zero. And we just want to keep it like that for now and see what it is. And all the commissions are paid on account, because that engine is very robust, is very efficient, and if somebody, for example, were to create duplicate accounts on account just in order to get commissions and all that, it would be very difficult for them to actually access the funds because of the restrictions on the account. And you have to provide your ID, proof your KYC, before you have access to any Lumi that's paid into any account. So
I think you're misunderstanding what I'm asking. It's
yes.
not about the Transact, it's about the Connect and the Swiffen. For example, some people have been trying to register on Connect and Swiffen when it was there, but they didn't get on. So they then managed to get on to Connect, so they're not now on Swiffen. So what I'm saying, sometimes some people get displaced and losing their phone, not having their phone, lost the person who have sponsored them. So yesterday it was said, if you have if people come to you that have a Connect account but does not have a Swiffing account, someone else could register them and get a one-off bonus. So I'm wondering what happened when the original sponsor who sponsored them on Connect come forward later on. How would that work out?
Right. Okay. That's a very good question. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for clarifying that. Now, on Connect, we have not implemented a revenue distribution model on Connect. So it doesn't really have effect as it relates to commission payments, because the commission engine is sitting on account. What everybody is entitled to get on Connect is occasionally there will be one-time bonuses which are available on Connect that you have to go in and claim as long as you have a Connect account. And one of those is still sitting there at the moment, which is a 6 months Lumi bonus that everybody is entitled to claim. You can only claim once. The system is smart enough to identify whether you've already claimed, and it will not pay you anymore, no matter how many times you click on it. So I would encourage everyone who hasn't claimed their 6 month worth of stimulus on Connect to go and claim it right away. Now, if you don't already have an account on Connect, you can create one now and still claim that bonus because it's available. And while it is there, you can still claim it. It's a one-time payment for being on Connect, but it's not a payment that is given to you because you have registered somebody else on Connect.
I understand, but I still think you missed a bit of my point. So if that person is, say I register my cousin on Connect.
Yes.
Like I found my cousin that I didn't even know it was my cousin some years ago. And I said to her, come and Connect. This is good. This is good for us. And then she registered, but then we lost touch. And then she met somebody else now and she registered on Swiffin itself for the $100 each month, whatever, Lumi. What happened there for the bonus?
Oh, on as you can see on account, the bonus payment or the commission payment is so complex, we don't get involved. We don't interfere. So if she went on and somebody else registered her on account, then the person who registered her on account will get paid, not you.
That's what I was saying. That would be a bit of dissatisfaction to the person who registered her first and told her about Swiffing. That's what I was trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so the only solution that we have for that is when you're registering them on Connect, make sure you also create an account for them on account, okay? And when you are creating the account, make sure you log into your own account and click on Register Member. That way, the system automatically assigns the account you create to you, and all future commission payments will go to you. We don't get involved. We don't try to change it. And we just let the system deal with it.
So Connect don't identify the person who bring you to Connect so that you tally up with the Swiffin itself?
No.
Because some people want to go away with information and say tomorrow, and then maybe next week they met somebody else down the line after they are registered on Connect, and they then jump onto Swiffin with that person.
What I would suggest is that when you have the opportunity, log into your Swiffin account, create the account for them, obviously with their permission, provide the basic information, and they can go in later on and update the details. That way you have it locked.
Yeah, that is if they give you their details. Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can I just also say something to Pamela? What you have to try and remember, Pamela, although all accounts are interlinked, it's 3 separate accounts. One is accounts for Swiffin account, one is Connect, and one is transaction. So although you may have registered that person on Connect, there may be 2 different people. A different person could register that person on Transact, and another person could assist that person to register on Swiffin account. So that is one of the reasons why we've made the Swiffin account the main where the commission actually goes into.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, Pamela. The next one is Akia Paul. Akia Paul.
Okay, good.
I think I got it. I must have got it closer, Brother
Yes,
Patrick,
you
because he
were
answered.
very close. And you had already heard. You are very, very close.
Thank you.
Aki Paul.
Aki Paul. Aki Paul. Please ask your question.
All right.
Go ahead, sir. Aki Paul, go and ask your question, please, sir. We're not hearing you. You have unmuted, sir, but we cannot hear you. Okay, we may have to come back to you. Papa P, please go ahead. Papa P, please unmute and go ahead. He's not up.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody.
Yes, good day, sir. So can you ask your question if you can be brief and direct?
Thank you so much. I think I need to be brief and clear because some of the questions have been asked and answered. Thank you, Dr. Linus. I've been following your presentation on the 3-member commission. So my question is, does that apply to members that we have registered during the sweeping era, or it will only apply to new members that we are going to register during the Connect era? That's my question. Thank you.
Oh, it applies across all eras and will always apply across all eras. That is one thing we want to keep as a constant.
Does
that answer your question?
Thank you. I think you have answered me. Unfortunately, my network is breaking. It's not stable this side, but I'm sure I've got you clear. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Papa P. Right, I just want to say, I can't pronounce your name. I do apologize. Nick Bashira, if you unmute yourself again, I'm afraid we're going to have to put you into the waiting room. Thank you. Right. Namanju, please unmute. Namanju Whale.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
We are good. Thank you very much, sir. And how can we help you?
All right. I want to ask a question about this Transact account. I'm being registering people, and you have told us that if we have used the link and register people, we will be getting commission. So when I want to use my Transact link and register people, it won't open. So I don't know why. And my KYC is already approved. So I don't know what the thing is doing like that.
Dr. Linus, Brother Patrick.
When you want to use your Transact link to register people, it doesn't open?
Yes.
That's thanks for bringing that to our attention. We will study it. We will investigate it. If you want to share your referral link, I believe you are referring to your referral link, right?
Yes.
On Transact?
Yes.
Okay, you can share that and we can try and click on it and see what behavior it's exhibiting so that we can fix it. If there is a problem, we will fix it.
All right, should I drop it on your chart directly?
Yes, you can, please. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. We'll look into that. Athelma? Athelba?
Itemba.
One of these days I'm going to get it right, so you forgive me until then, okay?
I was not aware that you're referring to me.
How do you pronounce it, ma'am?
No, my full name is Tembi Sile, but I always write it as Itemba because many people have got the same name, so just to identify myself.
Itemba, right. Yes. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Mama Paulina. I'm Itemba, and you tried to help me the other day. You gave me a call, and because you could not help me, you said I must raise a ticket, and you even took your time to assist me how to raise a ticket. But unfortunately, when I click on help, on the drop-down arrow, it does not give me the ticket. It gives me three things. It gives me contact, manual, and about. So up to now, I've not been able to raise the ticket.
Okay. Brother Patrick or Dr. Liner, does any of you have your screen on that you can just show quickly how to raise a ticket?
I do have my screen open. Yes.
Is it at all possible? Because our sister's not the only one that's been having this issue. So we may have some new people here.
Okay, let me try and connect to it and see. I'll share my screen. So
thank you.
When you go to the main screen, that's what you're presented with.
Can you make it a little larger, please?
A little bigger, okay. Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Even better.
Yes.
Okay, so the help, you go to help.
Yes.
And under help, you see tickets, docs, search, and chat. You click on tickets, and then the ticket option should open. Typically, I mean, that's how it works. If it doesn't open, then you have a connection problem. Then you just try again. Now, in my case, it has opened. Now, what you see on my screen is different from what you might see, because like other members of the support team, I'm also a member of the support team. So I get a list of different tickets that people have posted. Okay, so that's why my list will be different from what you get. But if you then want to create a ticket, what you do is you click on these three horizontal bars on the top right. When you click on it, it will reveal this menu. And you just need to click on new ticket. You click there, it should open up this window, which Brother Patrick has explained a few times, I believe. You put a subject, for example, password. You put a description. I cannot remember my password on Connect. You have to be specific, okay? If it is on account, then say account. If it's on transact, say account, say transact. And then Brother Patrick has said quite clearly that you need to provide some information that will help the support team to identify you. So if you have a username, you can put that. I mean, your username on Connect will show up because you're submitting the ticket on Connect. But if it is on account, they need to put your SWIFT ID, for example. Okay. Whatever that is, the 16-digit number, you need to put that. If you have an email address, which is not shown here as part of your email because you are looking at your account or transact and the email is different, then you need to provide your email address and so forth.
And telephone number, please.
Okay, sorry, I'm just typing anything just to give you an idea. And then you have to put maybe your telephone number so that if the team needs to contact you, they can contact you. Make sure you include the country code. In my case, +4479, whatever it is. Okay, and then if you have to, if you were having problems using the system and you have a screenshot or you have any other documentation that you believe might help the support team to help you better, then you can actually attach those screenshots. We haven't talked about this before, but you can attach the screenshots. And then you pick a category. In this particular case, it's password, and then you submit. Okay, I'm going to submit it, and you will see. Once it goes through, it's gone through. It says, "Dear Liners, we have received your ticket and confirmation has been sent to you by email." Now, when you receive this email, please do not reply to the email. You need to come back to the ticket and see what the support team, how the support team is handling that particular ticket, okay? If they have a response, the response will be posted on the ticket. Now, in my case, I can just go back to the ticket list again, and you should be able to see the ticket listed, which is here. That is from me. It's open. I can open that because I have the access to resolve and deal with tickets. The support team will put a message here to help you. So you need to come back to this ticket and read it and see what the support team is saying, right? Now, in this particular case, this is a dummy ticket. We don't need to take it any further, so I'm going to close it. Are you sure you want to close it? Yes, now it should be closed so that no other member of the support team would, is asking for feedback. I'm going to say, okay, excellent, great, right? And then submit, right? So that's it, done. Now, if I go to the ticket, you see that that ticket is closed, right? So that menu is open to everybody, and these are the responses. So I post a ticket. This is what I provided. The ticket has been closed. The status has changed, and I am the one who changed it. It even says the time, and I provided a rating and a feedback, and that's the rating I provided. I said it was excellent, and that's it, done. Now, but if you come back here and you want to reopen that ticket, you can always post a response to that ticket, and perhaps it can be reopened for you. But it's here under menu, the menu item, help, tickets. If you want to read about what you're looking for, then you go to docs, and it will open up the documentation where you can actually get information relating to what you are interested in. In my case, I was interested in password. So if I type password there, it should reveal a number of documents which talk about password. So forgot password on Connect. So if I select that, it will take me to the document on password. This is it. Forgot password on Connect password. It says, please note that you require a new username and password to access Swift Connect, even if you already have a Swift account. See, if you have not already registered on Swift Connect, please click here to register. But if you have a problem with your password, it tells you here how you can change your password step by step with screenshots and images and what you need to do. So there is a lot of help and support that's available. I hope that answers your question, ma'am.
Not quite, Doc, because my problem is when I click on help, the menu that shows when you clicked it, to me, it does not appear. It shows contact, manual, and about. That's where my problem lies. I can't raise the ticket because I don't get the same menu that you get when you click the help drop down.
Are you using a computer or a telephone, ma'am?
I normally use a laptop, a phone, but today I'm on a laptop.
Which is are you able to share? Are you able to share your screen?
You want me to share it?
If you can, that would assist us really to understand what's going on. Sister Pauline, may we take a moment to address this and just get to the bottom of it?
Yeah, sure.
Can I just give you my email address, then you can go into my account. I don't know how to do that.
Do you know how to share screen, ma'am?
There is a green thing here that says share the
right.
Screen.
Click on
one.
Must I get out of the Zoom and go to
no, it will not, it should not affect your connection to Zoom. So if you click on share screen.
Okay.
And you should see the connect screen that you want to, go into your connect, click on your connect, however you get into connect. I can see a handsome young man right now.
I've never used a laptop for connecting to my account. I use a phone.
Then today you're going to learn. How do you get into connect?
In my phone, I saved my details. I just click there, and then it shows my password and my ID number.
Okay, you see where you have Google Chrome?
Yes, yeah.
Click there. Where does she type it in? Because hers is looking different from mine.
You want me to type?
Yeah, I want you to type in connect.swiffin.com.
She needs to click on her picture there because there are many users.
Okay, so click
person
on
one.
Person one. Click on person one.
What is that?
Where you got boxes, person 1, person 2, and add in the middle of the page. So click on person 1.
These things.
Where's your cursor? Move your cursor.
Yeah.
No, your cursor's not moving. I can't see your cursor moving.
Am I still on sharing?
Yes, you are sharing.
Yes, you are. Click on the picture. There's a picture of 2 people there where it's written Tembele Manguta.
Yo, on my side, I don't see that.
Can you see that?
Oh, this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. And the top where it says the G at the top, type in connect.swiffin.com.
Okay.
And enter. There you go. Right. Put in your username and password, please.
My Swiffin username.
No, your Connect username.
I don't think I've got Connect because remember you said the other day, my Connect will not be connected to my account because it is my names are not in the proper order.
Have you created a Connect account?
I did connect it, but every time I try to go to it says invalid.
To be safe, my sister, to log into your Connect, put the email address that you use to register.
Okay.
Put your email address right there. Just make sure you type it correctly. Then enter your password. There's something wrong with the password. Just take your time. Make sure you enter the correct password.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Which means you may.
Okay. Go to the top where you've got at the top, my sister. Go where it says help. I want to see what comes up on your screen.
Yes.
Right.
You see?
Do you see the word ticket? Click on there just to see what happens. Click.
Now it shows. Now it shows. It's not showing like this.
Close that. Close it. Don't not open it. Close it. Yep.
Thank you, Sister Pauline. That was very good of you. Yes. Now it's there, my sister. The help. Whenever you come to help, it gives you those options, that drop-down menu.
Okay.
Now, personally, I'm still trying to understand what exactly is your problem. Why are you trying to raise a ticket? Maybe we can solve it right now.
My names are not in the order they should be according to my ID. Then Sister Pauline suggested that before I open a Connect account, I need to correct my name order.
Yeah, and there was
how it appears here in my account. It shows the surname first, then my first name, then my second name. Whereas according to the ID is my first name, which is Tembisile Letitia Mboniswa.
And wasn't your email also you wanted to change? Was it your email you also wanted to change?
Yes, I also wanted to change from the email that I'm using now because every time it becomes full. So I want to use another email address.
Right. That's why I told her to make sure all the details were the same. So she's going to change one, she just changed it. So her Swiffin account will agree with her Connect account would agree with her Transact account.
So what I gather from here is that you don't have a Connect account yet.
I think it does not exist because when I created it according to my names as they appear on my ID. But when I check on the system, my names are not in the correct order.
Okay,
then
let's do a quick test.
The system will not be able to identify it.
Let's do a quick test.
You don't want to
Do you
lock her
remember
up.
your username? Do you remember your username on Connect? If you created a Connect account.
Come again?
Do you remember your username on Connect?
The one that I opened it with Connect?
Yes.
Yes, it's Itemba.
Itemba. Okay, so go to where it says tickets on the top, on the URL, where you typed the URL before, not there, on the URL bar.
At the top, your search engine, at the top.
Yeah.
Keep going. Yep. Well, that's highlighted. Remove the word docs. Remove the word docs.
Blocks.
Docs, DOCS. Go to the end.
Oh.
No. Type in connect.
Oh, okay.
Right. So go right back there. Yeah.
Go to the end.
Go to the end.
Just click. Okay. Put /. Type profile. / Itemba, which is your username, right?
Okay.
Hit enter. Now, if you have a Connect account, then it will show up.
Okay.
If you don't, so scroll down. Is that you?
Yeah, boo.
There you are. So you do have a Connect account. So
bravo.
Bravo.
Now, is this account connected then to my Swiffin account?
I wouldn't. No, it's not connected. It's not connected.
It's 3 different accounts. This is what I tried to explain earlier. From here, you can then go to your Swiffin account, or you can go to your Transact account. So if you were to click on the word account that you see at the top there.
That's one.
Yeah, and you click on log into account. Oh, right. This is where you would log into your Swiffin. Do not log into it because we don't want to see, but this is where you would log into your Swiffin account and it will take you to your Swiffin account.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is complicated for them.
No, it's not complicated. It's because it's familiarity. Yeah, you have to remember the community is your front door, your gateway, the foyer.
Okay.
And then from community, you can go anywhere you can log into any other thing that Swiffin has introduced or plan to introduce. But first you have to go on your Connect account.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So you're sorted now.
So
Sister Pauline.
Yes,
Sister Pauline, she still has the issue of her forgotten password.
But now she can go and say forgotten password, right?
Okay, no, I will reset that one.
Yeah, just click on it and then put your email.
In fact, I don't think I need to change it. I will just go to my phone and go to password management. Then I will be able to view it.
Yeah, and you can change it from there. You can change it from your phone.
Yes, I will be able to view it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You can stop sharing your screen now.
So I go back here.
Yeah, stop sharing.
Oh, stop sharing. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hopefully anyone else would have learned something from that little session. So thank you. That's it, Dr. Linus. That's all the questions. Oh, there was one question in the chat. Our friend got cut off. What did he say? He was saying, where is he? I've lost him now. He was a gentleman, Mr. Paul. I don't know if anyone. I don't know if anyone.
Excuse me.
You're back.
Okay, thank you for giving me this opportunity. My network has kicked me out. That was the reason. And it's about the connect. When I want to add my Sufi mailbox on connect, it is not opening because there is no space there to edit and fix it. Why is it so?
You want to access your mailbox?
No, he wants to add it to his Connect, on his profile on Connect.
To add it on connect.
You know, when you do your about and you pull in your profile, at the bottom, it says your Swifin email address. And that's what he's saying. There is no edit button there for him to edit and put his Swifin email address on his Connect profile.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You have a Swifin mailbox address, do you?
Yes, I do.
All right. If you are not able to specify it there, then maybe it's a back office thing where we identify somebody with a Swifin mailbox and we attach it to their profile to create the link. If you want to be able to edit it, we can probably create the opportunity for you to change it yourself. But if you can't change it for now, then the system is not allowing you to change it. Don't worry about it.
No, he wants to add it. He wants to put it. He's got a Swifin email address and he wants to put it on his profile.
Through you, Mr. Pauline, I think
Yes,
Dr. Agnes, what you have to do is take him through, he goes to about and then goes to account to change his email. Once he enters his password, he should be able to change his email.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
okay, let me share my screen, then I show that. Shall I?
Yes, please, because I think he was talking on the front screen.
Okay, I'm going to try and share my screen. Just give me a moment. I lost. Okay, I'm going to share my screen so we can go to that screen and have a look. All right, so I'll just go to connect. Now I'm logged in. So what you do is you click on about if you want to change anything on your profile. When you click about, should open, it will take you to your profile and let's see.
Okay, cursor down, Dr. Linus.
It's not
your screen, unless your screen is frozen.
It looks like my screen is frozen. Let me close that. Okay. So once you get here, and you click about, you need to go into this space and then you click account.
Okay, Dr. Linus, before you do that, I was going to say, if you can go back to your first page before we do that, just go to your first page because it is confusion. If you can go back to your about page.
Okay, there.
If you go to the bottom of that page.
Ah, right, okay.
That is what he's referring to.
That's what he's referring to.
Yes.
Okay, exactly. All right. That particular option is not for you to edit, so just leave it. Don't worry. Because if it was for you to change, then it will have this edit button next to it. And then you click and edit it.
I think what he's trying to do is to ensure that all the boxes are completed, that because he knows that we will say this is not done, that's not done, this is not done. So he's trying to avoid that. He's trying to be proactive and ensure that all the boxes are completed. Thank you for doing that, Dr. Linus, and that's for anyone else that's here. However, should anyone want to change their email address on their Connect account, please go ahead, Dr. Linus.
Oh, yes. If you want to change your email address, you go to account, and then you need to enter your password. If you try and change it now, nothing will happen, but you need to enter your password first. So if I pick my password, I've already saved it. The moment I enter the password, it gives me now the opportunity to change my my email address. So I can say that it's now inbox.swiffen.com, and I can save it if I want to change it, right? But I don't want to change it, so I'm going to leave it like that for now. So I'll just move away from it. And here you can also change your password. So if you ever want to change your password, you can put a new password here. Yeah. This is secure in the sense that if you leave your screen open and somebody comes and tries to make a change, they would have to know your password in order to change this vital information on your account. That's why the system requires you to provide it before you make those changes. Okay, I hope that helps.
That answers your question, Mr. Paul?
Yes, my question has been answered. Thank you for your maximum cooperation.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Dermot King?
That's okay. My question is just a follow-up to what Dr. Linus just did. How would I be able to get that email address for Swiffen?
Ah, right. You buy it. You buy it. It's retailing. If you just want one, it's $2. If you want more than one, you still pay $2, but the one you don't use yourself, you can sell to somebody else for $2 and recover your dollar.
Oh, so I don't necessarily have to worry myself about an email address then, if I already have one, but it is not Swiffen.
Yes, it's fine. You know, we introduce the email to solve the problem of people not being able to access their emails, their transactional emails. So if your email is working fine, then just continue using it.
Okay.
But if your email is not working fine and you want a reliable inbox that will always receive your messages and for which, even if you lose your password, we can help you to reset it so you can always gain access, then you have to buy one.
Okay. All
right. To buy one, you go to, let me share my screen again and show that. You simply go to, Mailbox, and then from Mailbox, you click on Buy Swiffen Mailbox. When you click there, it will take you to the online shop where you can then buy either one or multiple email addresses, okay? So Swiffen Mailbox, you come in here, you can increase the number that you want to buy. But please remember, the process is that when you buy one, you need to submit a ticket with the details that that should go to the email. The reason for this is that you might be buying for somebody else, not for your own use. So once you've bought it, you need to submit a ticket and provide your first name and your last name, which can then be used to create the mailbox for you and give you access with the response on the ticket.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. Boniface Judah? Yes, how can we help you?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. How can we help you?
My regards to editing one's information.
What information are you trying to edit? You have to be specific.
Yes, I know. I'm heading there. What I'm trying to say is that in Connect, you have the access to edit both your name and every other information as displayed there. But I think contrary is the case when it comes to the Swiffen account. So I don't know whether there's a way out in addressing or effecting changes on Swiffen account as contained or obtainable in Connect.
What are you trying to change on your Swiffen account?
Just like the first case, or maybe the first before last case we treated, of one registering a different, basically its name. All right, you have one registering a different name on the Swiffen, while on Connect, again, a different name in terms of interchanging. For instance, my name is Joseph Boniface, right? I mean, Boniface Joseph, but in the case of registering, I interchange. Instead of Boniface coming first, I use Joseph, all right? So there is the need for me to change now. So what I'm trying to say now, in Connect, there is the room for you to edit your name. But in Swiffing account, that is not there, except I am saying something that maybe I know not.
Okay. Dr. Linus?
Boniface, you are right. You are right. I think Brother Patrick has explained the process for making changes to your Swiffing account. Remember when we started off, your Swiffing account holds your Lumi, and it is really quite important that it remains very secure. So
yes,
there are certain changes that you cannot do yourself. You need to contact do it. And the support team need to verify that you are the right person and that that account belongs to you before they can make the change.
Okay.
If we leave you to be able to change your name and change the email address and change every other information in there, and you are managing the accounts on behalf of other people, and I'm not saying that this happens, but there is a real risk that somebody who is not being sincere and honest could go into somebody else's account that they have access to manage, and they can change all the information on that account so that the account becomes as though it is completely theirs.
Sorry, Dr. Linus. Can you please not share your screen unless you're requested to do so? Thank you.
Yes. So it is really for that reason that we don't, you need to contact the support team to make the change. And the support team will check your ID that you've submitted on Transact, and they will check that it matches the details on the Swiffing account before they can effect any change that you request on the Swiffing account.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Lovely.
Thank you very much.
And last question is Ayam Solomon. You can unmute. The person who just tried to share their screen, can you unmute? Yeah, please. I asked your question. If you can be brief, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My problem is there is one account which I was trying to migrate somebody, which email was sent to the person's email. I'm trying to proceed from the email is not responding for a couple of days. Now, I was thinking maybe it's network, but the problem still persists.
What account were you trying to, what account were you trying to assist with?
On Connect.
Okay, Dr. Linus.
Okay, so when you say the email is not responding, when you click on the link, nothing happens?
Nothing happened. It will process and bring a error.
Okay, so it may be the case that at that particular point in time that you're trying to connect, there could be a network-related issue that has caused the connection to be temporarily not available. So what we advise you to do is you try again a few moments later.
I try again
yeah, if there is a link, try copying the link and just pasting the link in your URL and hitting return and see how that works out for you.
I try it on Chrome. I try it on Swiffing platform. I try it on Opera Menu. Nothing is working.
Okay, you copied the link and you pasted the link on the URL.
On other browsers, but it's still not working.
Okay, do you want to forward that email to our support team and we can have a look?
It's okay. I'll do that.
Okay, please do that. Create a ticket and just copy and paste the entire email in that ticket, and we will have a look at it and get back to you at the earliest opportunity.
Or if the person can do that as well, because I know you're assisting them on their behalf. So you are the one that's going to be getting the reply, and it's their personal details. So I'm just a bit concerned about giving other people's information out.
Yeah, the person should create the ticket. I mean, the idea is that the tickets that you create are personal, because it will obviously show that it's coming from you, and the team will be trying to assist you. So if you can get the person to submit a ticket, that would be great.
If I may come in,
but I think for somebody who doesn't have a smartphone, I think it will be of help for somebody who is doing the migration for you. I think it's advisable he create a ticket for you.
Okay, Brother Patrick, you wanted to come in?
Yeah.
No, actually, not on this one. It's a little bit different, but I just need to, maybe I should just make a comment on what he has just said. If you are helping someone and that someone already has a Connect account, please raise the ticket using the person's Connect account. Do not request anything on behalf of someone using your own account. We would rather you use the person's Connect account to raise a ticket. I don't know if that is relevant to what you're asking.
Like
That's the correct procedure.
Sorry, Mr. Solomon?
Okay, like the person has not registered on Connect. The email that is sent for the persons to be confirmed on Connect account, if he has not confirmed, so definitely he doesn't have account on Connect.
But they're using your phone to a system, right? Or your system,
Yes.
your device.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So from your device, you can show them where they can go and what they can do. They can do it. They can still raise a ticket from your device using their name.
Yes.
So do that.
Okay.
I get the point. I get the point that he's raising, that Solomon is raising. It's a very valid point that if you register on Connect and you have received an email to verify and you are not able to verify, it means you will not be able to log into Connect and therefore will not be able to create a ticket. That's a very valid concern. So on that particular scenario, Solomon, I'm sure the support team would not mind if you submitted a ticket on the person's behalf and just provide their correct details and say that they are not able to access Connect because their email link is not working. And then you post the contents of that email so that the support team can study it and be able to assist them.
But then would Mr. Solomon be able to get into that email on behalf of that person?
I would imagine that he will be working together with the person, right? But he will certainly be able to monitor the tickets from his account.
Okay.
But he will not be able to get into the email that is sent to the person, but he would need to work with the person to make sure that the person is receiving the email and that appropriate action is taken.
But he's just saying does that person have access to an email address, Mr. Solomon? Does that person able to get to an email?
Yes, he has a valid email, valid and active email.
Okay, lovely. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
What I wanted to say, Dr. Linus, you advised Abu Bakr Ahmed to raise a ticket requesting for you to increase his transaction limit on his Swift account. I just thought maybe you may want to look at his ticket right now. It's 3046. The ticket number say he has already raised that ticket and provided the details. Since he's trying to buy Lumi, I think we need to support him as much as we can.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Thank you. And can I confirm that his KYC has been checked and it's valid?
Okay, I can check that. I just hope, I just thought so, because for him to quickly raise a ticket, I just thought everything was in order as you had explained. But I'm just gonna go in and check his KYC immediately.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That's all the questions I have for you, Dr. Linus. I haven't just much to make sure there's nothing that I have missed in the chat. Happy with the house. I can't see anything.
Okay, Abubakar's brother Patrick, Abubakar's ticket is talking about transferring the AKL bonus from Connect into their Swift account.
Maybe you are looking at a different one. Say I said ticket number 3046.
Okay, thank you.
3046.
3046. All right, okay, that's good. I've got that. Okay, thanks. Okay. So if you can confirm that the KYC is in order on Transact.
Yes.
For the
yeah, it's actually approved already.
Brother Vincent, can you please mute your mic?
Sorry.
Yeah, the KYC is already approved, sir.
Okay, then consider that done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Abubakar, if you are still around, then your transaction limit has been increased. Thank you.
I just want to say to Amos, because I don't understand why my Connect account always takes me back to profile info update, even though I've done up to 92%. It's probably just the last box, Brother Amos, that you haven't done and you cannot do, where it says the Swifin email. So that is fine. That is fine, as long as you've done everything else. I just want to let you know. Brother Vincent, can you unmute and ask your question? If you can be brief, please, because we've been here quite some time now.
Good evening, House.
Yes. Good evening, sir. How can we help you?
All right. I just want to show my appreciation over working on my account. At least now I can be able to register new members after my series of complaints, and based on the help of the management. I'm sorry for muting when I don't supposed to mute. That may cause some inconveniences to the house. I apologized.
No, that's fine. And congratulations, well done. It goes to
Thank you very much.
It goes to show that these training programs are worthwhile. So thank you for that testimony.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful. Very, very grateful.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. All right.
Last question. Abraham Joseph Amani, please unmute. Abraham Joseph Amani. Yes. How can we help you?
Good evening. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Doc. I just want to lay little emphasis on the complaint or the suggestion or the request Abubakar Mohammed made concerning the expansion of his transaction limit. I have to be frank with you, that is one of the basic challenge. I was thinking is an issue that will not be solved at this moment, because there are a lot of people who has the intention to carry out transaction via their Swifin account instead of Transact, because a lot of people prefer to save their Lumi in their account instead of bringing it to the Transact. Seems there will be for now, there is no reverse transaction from the Transact that you can transfer back your Lumi to your account.
Yes.
But rather to transfer it from your account to Transact. So I don't know. Transaction has been going on, most especially in my state. A lot of the TFOs and as well agents have been actually buying and selling Lumi among themselves. But preferably, if we can raise such ticket and we'll be allowed to carry out such transaction among ourselves via the account, we actually appreciate, sir.
It's done.
So I don't
That's
know.
a done deal. All that is required is that it should be, your details should be very clear in the Transact account. Your KYC should be submitted. Your Swift account should be linked to your Transact account, and the KYC should be approved. Once it's approved, the limit on account can be removed.
Okay, sir. That's very good. I appreciate.
Abubakar has been done already.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Miss King, how can we help you again?
Just a quick question, Sister Pauline. In order to share your the Swift with connect with somebody else, is it just send them? Is it just?
If you want to share, you're cutting up.
No, it's not me. I think it's.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that, ma'am. Can you repeat can you repeat?
I'm trying to say, is there a special link that we have to share the connect with somebody, another family member or whoever, or is just the same Swiffin connect.swiffin.com?
You want to invite someone else to join on the connect, yeah?
Yes.
Dr. Linus, Brother Patrick.
That's a good question.
Dr. Ella.
You can send them your profile if you want and say, look, I'm here, can you join? And then by the time they browse, there'll be registration links where they can register, or you just send them the registration page and they can sign up, they can register.
Sister Lumba has also just sent a link to you that you can send to your people.
Oh,
it's in the chat.
I was just wondering, based on what Dr. Linus was explaining about, sharing the link with somebody else, too, in order to get that commission. I was just wondering if, it has to be definitely linked to you for that commission.
Your commission, right, it's been explained to you, been explained several times on the platform. The commission is linked to the account, the Swiffin account. So if you're thinking of just registering person and you're automatically going to receive your commission from the from the Connect account, not at the moment. But if you register them and you send them the Swiffin data from the Swiffin account, you can invite someone else to join and they're automatically assigned to you.
Right, so that's what I'm trying to find out. How do I do that?
You said connect. And that's what caused the confusion, ma'am. Dr. Linus, do you still have your screen up? Can you just show her from the Swiffin account to send the invite to someone else?
Yes, I can do that. Once you log in, I think it should be the first thing that you see from your homepage. Okay, let me share my screen.
Ms. King, do you actually have a Swiffin account already?
It was just sorted out here
okay.
on earlier. So after the meeting, I'm going to
go into your Swiffin account. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can follow the instructions from Dr. Linus from here.
Thank you.
Okay, once in your Swiffin account, at the very bottom when you go to homepage, you will see this link here, invite. I'm not logged into mine, but let me log out and log into mine to make sure that it's the same thing. Okay, once you log in, check regularly, invite. Okay, I don't have the invite link actually, personally, but it should be, it's typically on the home screen here, on account. I will check to make sure that it's activated for all profiles. I'm sure some people already see it and some people already use it. It's not on my account, but that's because of the group that I'm in. It's not activated for me, but it should be here. just like you saw on the previous screen.
Okay.
When you log in, it should be here in this space here.
Mm-hmm.
Click to invite people. Members, that's to search now.
So it's just put in their email address or something to invite them.
Just, yeah, you need to put their email address to invite them. But the best thing to do is the guaranteed way is that you actually sign them up, right? So you go to brokering and you go to click on register member, and you make sure you get their full names, their email address. They give you their date of birth or whatever additional information, and you submit it. Now they can go and complete the rest of their profile in their own time, but at least this customer will be automatically assigned to you, and the commissions will be locked in. No one can change it.
Oh, but I have to be in this Swiftling account.
You need to be, you need to be logged in. Say you are having a conversation with somebody, you are on the phone, you log into your account, you say you want to sign them up for this, they can give you the deal, or you bring up this form and get them to fill it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. That's helpful.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks.
Welcome, Matt. That's it, Dr. Linus. The floor is yours for closing session. We've been on a little while now, so on average, the usual time. So thank you very much. Dr. Linus, over to you.
Yes, thank you. I think we've used 2 days worth of time today. We've been going for nearly 2 hours, I believe, which is good, not bad. I'm sure if Brother Mbi was here, he would have kicked us out a long time ago. But I hope this has provided the opportunity for all of us to learn quite a lot and to be able to take it back to our various communities to support other people. As you have seen yourself, this is an ecosystem that is built on collaboration like no other. And the progress that we are making is really can only be possible through collaboration, because we are trying to solve and are solving really great issues that have been of a great challenge to many, many people for generations. And that's why it's so important that we all get our hands on deck and we are all pushing from the angles that we can push. And as long as we are all pushing in the same direction, we will achieve our 2 goals. The primary one is to achieve 100% inclusion so that everybody who is able to access the new digital economy can and should be able to access it. Then we have our African Kingdoms Lumi, which is a singular instrument of exchanging value across the community. We want every member of this community to be able to use it from wherever they are. Account gives you the opportunity to earn your commissions, to receive your stimulus payments and all that. And if you want a complete local currency experience, then you need to create a Transact account in order to have a local currency payment experience with your Lumi. So let's keep the education going and the hard work from every corner going. And that is what will lead us to achieve the results that we all want to see. And in Brother Elad's words, results that will transcend our own existence here on earth, so that the future generation might benefit from our presence, so that we can leave a solid foundation for them to build on, for economic prosperity that will transcend generations. So thank you for great work, everyone, and for the great lessons we have learned, the contributions we've had from all the members. I wish you a wonderful evening and God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Linus. Just to let everyone know, and you can also pass this on, tomorrow's session is at 7 o'clock South Africa time. 7 o'clock South Africa time. Please join us with your questions, and if you have any, and please let anyone who you think will benefit from that, which we all will, please send them the link so that they can come on board as well. So, because the more people we know that have learned it and learn it the proper way, the less questions will be asked later on down the line. So everyone can unmute and say your good nights, and thank everyone for taking the time to be here tonight. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Sleep well.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Night, night.
Good night, Sister Audrey. How are you doing?
Good night.
Sister Audrey, good night. Sister Pauline, good night.
Good night, Brother Ellard.
Good night. Where's Sister Lumba?
Sorry?
Good night. Good night.
Dr.
night.
Good night. Brother Patrick, good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night from my children.
Bless you.
Asante Emma, Asante Samuel, Asante.
Brother Ellard, I've just stopped the recording. Brother Ellard, do you have a list?
Good night, Dr. Lina.
Brother Ellard, do you have a list?
Sorry, I cannot get you. Elise.
Yeah, you're saying, oh, someone's phone is going crazy.
Yeah.
Right. No, I'm saying you have a list. You're saying good night, good night, good night.
No, I'm now knowing the country, so I was speaking to those in Kenya, in Swahili, so yeah, I'm just following the names that are there.
I thought you had a list. Okay, good night, everyone. I'm going to close the meeting now. Good night.
Not all.
Nana kesho.
Duno kesho.
Kesho majaliwa.
Kesho na